Well, welcome back to the Gobby Gaffer with this Espanyol rebuild. And yes, we're back in Laliga. Now, I have played a few games. We're at the 12th of September 2025, just so we can get to the end of the transfer window. You know the score by now. I like to get all my transfers done and then I can show you exactly what I've been up to. So, shall we have a look what I've been up to? Go on then. I've had a major overhaul of the playing staff. Players that have gone out, quite a lot of them to be quite honest. Oscar Gil has gone, Sergi Gomez has gone, Javier, Robert Clote, Tony Vilhena, might surprise you, yes he's gone, Victor Gomez, Salvaderi you didn't see too much of, Tommy Doyle, another one that might surprise you, yes he's gone, Denis Suarez, he's gone, he was at the end of he had 1 year left on his contract, wasn't going to sign another one. I got offered 5.5 million for him. It was a no-brainer. So yes, Denis Suarez gone and Nico Melamed has gone as well. And we've raised about just under 20 million with those sales. So I've spent about 23.5 million. The first coming in from Atalanta, 1.7 million, is Marco Carnesecchi. We did need a goalkeeper. If you remember, Slanina last season was a great goalkeeper for us, but he was on loan from Chelsea. He went back. None of the loanees wanted to renew, so we lost everybody, and that was a bit of a shame. Vidovic on the wing was a great player for us, but no, none of them wanted to renew. So I brought in this lad, 25-year-old Italian, 6'3". As you can see, I'm not going to read any stats out for you because, well, they're there on the screen. You can all read them. But yes, I think he's a very, very good goalkeeper. He's done okay for us up to now. 4.5 million next to Familiarcao. Thiago Thomas. Yes, you might remember him. We had him in the first season. Well, to be honest, it was in the live stream, so you maybe not. But he has been. He was a very, very good player for us. And then we got an offer that we couldn't refuse. He wanted to go. And obviously we're in the second division then. But yeah, now we're back in at La Liga and 4.5 million with a decent wage in there. Nearly 40k, which is not ideal if I'm honest. But some of the wages that players have been wanting that I've gone in for have been a bit silly. But anyway, Thiago Thomas, yes, he does play centre forward. So we've got more options there. We still have Azon. We still have Lorenzo Luca. A lot of offers for him again. But we have a buyout clause in there now of 13.5 million, which is scaring everybody off. The big problem I think we've got with Lorenzo Luca is that he actually wants to go. And he's a bit dismayed at the moment that nobody's coming in with that right kind of money. And I think it is affecting him on the pitch. We'll have to see how it goes. But anyway, so I've got Thiago Thomas. He's playing out on the wing for me at the moment. And he's doing quite a nice job, actually. He knows where the back of the net is. And, he knows where his right boot is as well. So, everything ties in quite nicely with Thiago Thomas. Gone to Brighton next. On loan, this lad. 23-year-old Ivorian, Simon Adingra. And he's going to play on that left-hand side for us. I think he will do a decent job for us. Obviously, we lost Suarez. We needed to bring somebody in. So we've got some cover on that side. Up to 2.4 million next to Manchester United for Alvaro Fernandez, a 22-year-old Spanish left back. Now, we have Lello in there, who is a great left back, but we only have the one player. So this lad is going to come in. He has been starting. I can move Lello up onto that left wing if I need to do. He's a great attacking player as well. So again, it's more options in the team. And the more options you've got, the more you'll be successful. Another lone player in, Gendry. He's a right back. So yes, we are covering a lot of spots here. And believe me, there's quite a lot of players come in, so it's going to take us a while to settle in, I think. But yeah, 25-year-old French lad playing as a wing-back. He's a 4-star player, and he's been very, very good for us on that side up to now. Obviously, Victor Gomez went, Oscar Gil went. A lot of these players went because they were having a moan and a groan about either wanting to go, not wanting to renew contracts, not enough playing time. It was causing a lot of problems in the dressing room. So a lot of them just, right, okay, on the transfer list, get rid. and let's start with a fresh batch. 1.1 million next to Girona for a right winger this time. Obviously Vidovic is gone, so we did need a right winger. I mean, most positions I think I've lost players in, or maybe even two players for a position I've lost them. But we're trying to bolster, we're trying to bring in better players, even players who can play for us in La Liga. So we've got 28-year-old Ghanaian, and it's Bernard Tekpeti, I think is the way that you pronounce his name. Very, very, very quick player. His mentals need a little bit of work, but then at 28, it's our first season in La Liga. My objective this season is just try and steer well clear of that relegation area. The board actually want mid-table. So as long as we can do that and get enough points under our belt, then, and I think, you know, players like this will do us in our first season back. And he's only on loan. Something near to a record signing for us, this lad. Is coming in for a total of about 9 million. He's worth 17.5 now. So he's a left-footed centre-back, but a very, very good left-footed centre-back. I did bring one in last season who, I did say at the time when I brought him in, he's not the greatest player, so he will now go to backup, or he can play backup at left wing back if I need him. But this lad is a star, regular starter, and he's been playing really well for us. 3.5 million next to Juventus. Adrian Benabe, 24-year-old Spanish midfielder. Again, stats looking very, very good. 3-star with the potential to be 4. And he's looking like a very, very good player, a rotational player for that midfield. Having got rid of Tommy Doyle, and I wasn't sure about Tommy Doyle. I've had him before in Football Manager. He's always a good player. He's never an exceptional player, for me anyway. Maybe it's the way I play him, I don't know. But selling him actually brought some decent money. We doubled our money on him. And I mean, that's one of the board objective, is to try and get the financial situation better. We'll have a look at that in a second. But selling Tommy Doyle was a no-brainer, really. So we did have a non-EU place available. 24-year-old Uruguayan Lucas de los Santos. I mean, he must be good, mustn't he, with a name like that, Lucas de los Santos. He's got to be good. Defensive midfield player. We've got one or two of those now, so we've got some really good rotational cover in there. And another Spanish loan player, again for that left-hand side, that left wing. So we've got some really good cover on that side now. We've got two new signings, and Lello can step in there if needed. Appelkamp can play in that position as well. But if you notice, he can play all over the front areas. So very, very useful player. Nico Serrano. And I think he's going to be okay as a rotational player. He won't start all the time, but again, a rotational player. And there's more. Yes, there's definitely more. Diogo Travassos, 21-year-old Portuguese, right-sided player, so he can play all up and down here, which is great. Some of his stats are not amazing, but I am trying to build a squad here of at least 2 for every position. And in La Liga, with the better teams we're going to play and the cup competition as well, we are going to need the cover. And lastly, the steal of the century. I think this is a steal of my football management career, to be quite honest. Alex Scott coming in from Bristol City for, wait for it, 875,000. Yes, 875,000. He's now worth up to 28 million. I go figure, I don't know. Is it a glitch? I'm not sure. We are running the beta at the moment. But anyway, this lad's coming as a 4-star with the potential to be 4.5. He actually did come in quite early in the transfer window. I've kept him till last because obviously it's a nice story to tell. But I'm kind of building the team around him at the moment. I mean, if you just look at his stats for a 22-year-old, off the scale. So yeah, this lad is going to be the bee's knees. And the board have actually injected some cash, and we've had some TV money in as well. So the overall balance in the bank at the moment is just under 33 million. So not too bad. And like I say, one of my objectives from the board is to try and repair the club's financial situation while building a team that is capable of sustaining itself in La Liga. Not easy, let me tell you. But, I mean, you might think I've sold a lot of players and brought a lot of players in, but I have actually made money by doing that. The Tommy Doyle one, doubled my money on him. I mean, you've only got to look at Alex Scott. If we sold him tomorrow, we'd make, what was it, 28 million or something? I mean, it's a no-brainer, isn't it, really? Transfer budget, very little left. Wage budget was slightly under. I bumped the wage budget up to 713,000, so we're slightly under that. But the finances at the moment looking okay. Hopefully, back in Laliga, we'll be able to draw bigger crowds, and we'll get more money in that way. And sponsorship deals and all of that kind of thing, hopefully, will follow. And the club vision, finishing mid-table in the first division. I like the club's ambition. Definitely like that. Be competitive in the Spanish Cup. We'll do our best. We ain't going to win it. But, if we draw Barcelona or Real Madrid or one of the top teams, we're not going to win those games. But you never know. I mean, we might be able to do a little bit of a run, get the right draws, and then it brings a little bit of extra money in. Quick look at the staffing screen. I did ask for more coaches. They gave me 3, to be fair. Obviously, I've filled all those berths. We have the set-piece coach in place now. The clubs came in to try and poach him, and I actually gave him some more money and then had a word with him and said, look, lad, come on, you've not been here that long, you're doing a great job. And he said, yeah, okay, boss, you've given me a bit more money, I'll stick with you. So we actually kept hold of him, and he is a very, very good set-piece coach. I did have a look when offers came in for him. I had another look just to see, okay, can we replace him? There was nobody anywhere near as good. So that's brilliant. And we now have 12 coaches. We're actually, believe it or not, I mean, normally when you're in a lower division, it's reasonably easy to be top of the shop in all of those categories. When you move up, then that drops by half. We've actually moved up. We've got the best coaching system in La Liga now, and that takes some doing. Bearing in mind we've got Barcelona and Real Madrid in here as well. Scouting system, it's not, we're not top of the shop, and the medical team are not top of the shop. But with our financial position, I do need to cut my cloth a little bit. So I will go knocking on the door, asking for some more scouts, asking for some more physios. But at a later date, I just have to feel my way with it. And this is where we are on the schedule. So obviously we had a pre-season. Friendlies all went quite well. First game of the season, Atletico Pamplona. 3-3 draw away from home. First game of the season, away from home. Credible draw in that one. But then we played Celta Vigo at home, 3-0. Las Palmas, who were a thorn in our side last season. I don't even know whether we managed to beat them last season. Nice 3-1 win in that one. And then we just played Tarragona in a friendly and beat them 4-0. A little bit of an international break, I think. But the 2 games today will be Getafe and Valencia, home game and then an away game. So we've started the season quite well. We've not really played anybody of note yet, so I'm not expecting to beat the likes of Barcelona and Real Madrid, Atletico Madrid. I'm not expecting to beat them, but the lower rated teams, I'd like to try and get some points on the board with them and stay clear of that relegation area. We'll have to see how it goes. We've got a lot of new players in the team. We'll have a look at that in a sec when we get into the dugout. But a lot of new players in the team. Can they hit the ground running? Well, we'll have to see. They've been doing okay up to now. But let's see how we do. I'll see you in the dugout. Okay, welcome to this home game against Getafe. And a very, very much changed team this. There's a lot of new players in the team. We are doing okay, but obviously, it's a bedding in time. We have Carnesecchi in goal. Back 4 of Fernandez, Niakate, Williams and Gendry. So in the back kind of 5, if you will, including the goalkeeper, we have 4 new players. Franjic is playing the ball-winning midfielder today. Appelkamp and the new lad Scott in midfield. We've got Adingra and Thomas, 2 brand new wingers with Lorenzo Luca up top. I do have to be a little bit careful because Ivan Azon is complaining now that he's not getting enough game time. And obviously, as you've noticed here, I've now dropped down to a 1-striker system. So I'm trying to accommodate the new players as well as trying to keep us tight in a much superior league. Let's see how it goes. So not a full house for this game. A little bit disappointed in that. The attendance is 24,000. I thought there might have been one or two more fans in, but anyway, we very, very nearly take the lead there from a corner, but we don't. The media prediction for this season is 15th, which would be below the board's expectation. I'd be quite happy with 15th if I'm honest. We have had 3 shots now, 2 on target. Just going to give the lads a little bit of not yet, I'm not though. Got to be so quick with that. You can't do it while the game's in progress. And the game is, the referee's blowing his whistle. Offside. Right, let's try and give them a little bit of a shout of encouragement now. So 27, nearly 30 minutes on the clock, and we've had 3 shots, 2 on target. XG is quite low. Looks like we might be moving into half time. But like I say, we do have to be aware that this is kind of a brand new team that we put together, and it's going to take a while to get used to each other. So I'm going to say it's time for everybody to dig in. That's not really got the reaction that I wanted it to. I don't want to give them a flea in their ear at this stage of the season, because like I say, that's not going to go down well, is it really, with a gang of new players that I've put together. But anyway, so we do get a highlight here. Applecamp plays the ball forward to Adingra, new winger there. He's just racing forward, nobody's challenging him, and he has a very weak shot, drops straight into the keeper's arms. So I've just made a little change there, pushed the lines forward a little bit. We've had 5 shots now, 4 on target. Getafe have had a few shots, but nothing on target yet. We do need to try and get our foot on the ball here. Can somebody get a tackle in? Good save there from Carsonetti. And that goes out for a corner. Yeah, that crowd is looking pretty awful. And I was rather hoping for full houses every week, so we could get this bank balance looking a little bit better, but at the moment it's not looking like that. You would have thought that they would have been over the moon to be back in Laliga, but and Carsonetti there does dive for that one, but that one hits the crossbar. Ball's gone out for a corner, so we are under a little bit of pressure at the moment, which is not ideal. We need the ball up the other end. Ball's headed out. Thiago Thomas is going to pick that up. He's going to go down the side with it. Is he going to lose that ball? He's lost the ball. 68 minutes, a little change of formation. I've gone back to my 2 up top. We don't seem to be putting the ball in the back of the net at the moment. Well, that's an obvious statement. But so Lorenzo Luca has come on, and Serrano's come on the left wing. Let's just see if we can actually get the ball in the back of the net, which, to be quite honest, I mean, we've had 6 shots, 4 on target, so our ratio there is very, very good. We just need to get that ball in the back of the net now. Lorenzo Luca. Thiago Thomas puts the ball in the back and he's offside. It's okay, everybody calm down. No jumping up and punching the ceiling. It's offside. Come on, referee, give the decision. Give the decision. It's offside. I mean, was that arm hairs or what? Maybe not. Okay, we're going to give them another shout of demand more. Well, when we're allowed, we will. Yep, demand more. Okay, 82 minutes. Looks like this game's going to fizzle out to, well, at best a 0-0 draw if I don't do something. More changes, so the 2 centre-halves have been changed now. I brought Lello on the wing, but he does like to play from this position here. So I've dropped him back a little bit and let him have a run at them. And I've taken Lorenzo Luca off, and Serrano is going to be the advanced forward now. And let's just give them a little bit of a team talk. I want you to go out there and make an impact in the little time that there is remaining. So we're very, very attacking now. Can we nick this ball? Yes, we can. Nice little run there through from Puido. Fresh pair of legs, nips forward, pinches the ball. Nico Serrano now. He's taking the ball very, very wide. Ball into the middle, and that doesn't reach anybody, unfortunately. Fernandez now on that right-hand side. Can he do something with it? Back to Carbone. Lello now. He's not getting the space that he got in the second division, obviously, but he's still a very, very good player on that side. Can we get ahead on it? No, we can't. And we've actually not made the most of that, which is, I thought that might have hit the back of the net, and it hasn't done. We're getting done down that right-hand side now. Step in there, yes, Ivan Azon there. Gives the ball away, oh my word. What is that all about? And that is looking very, very dangerous. I think it's gone a little bit too wide, but he's pulled it back in. And that is gone in the back of the net. 1-0, 86 minutes. That is very, very poor. Very, very poor indeed. Oh, it's been disallowed. Come on, lads. We can still do this. We can still nick a goal. Okay, we're going to fire them up for this last few minutes. Can we do something here? Can we? Are we going to be allowed to have some loads of highlights? No, we're not. It's a 0-0 at home to Getafe. I mean, I would say I'm disappointed with that. I mean, the assistant manager's saying you were unlucky. I'm going to say I'm far from pleased. I do need this group of players now to start playing. We do get the league table, however. 4 games played, and we've got 8 points. But Cadiz and Levante have yet to play. So we're doing okay, but that was quite a poor... I think, you know, you could see there that the team cohesion just wasn't there really at all. Okay, we have Valencia away next. Another tough game. They're all going to be tough games in La Liga, aren't they? Let's face it. But as long as we can keep picking points up here and there and try and get that mid-table position, then I will be quite happy this season. We'll see you in the dugout very shortly. Well, welcome to Valencia for, well, really, it's a kind of must-win game, this, because we've got Real Madrid coming up, and, well, we ain't going to win that one. So we do need to get a few points on the board. We don't want to start slipping down that table. I like to consolidate round about the middle if I can. So the team for today, we've got a couple of changes. So we've got Carsonetti in goal, back 4 of Lello is back in. We'll give him a try there. Niakate, Williams and Gendry. Turkman has come in today at a DLP, but playing a bit deeper. Appelkamp and Scott in midfield, but pushed a little bit further forward. Adinga and Thomas are the 2 wingers, with Lorenzo Luca up top. So it goes without saying, we have to start converting our chances, and it looks like we're playing in our snazzy pink kit today. I've just been having, well, I got the email through about commercial revenue. Real Madrid, 242 million. Espanyol, 3.6. That's what we're up against. Okay, but we have won back possession here. Can we do something nice with this ball now? Turkman plays it to Appelkamp. Back to Turkman. Feeling our way into the game. Lello. I mean, I have to say, I was complaining about our home crowd, but Valencia's is not much better, is it, really? Turkman now, seeing a lot of the ball in the early stages. Lorenzo Luca, ball to Alex Scott. Lovely ball forward. Could have been a lovely ball forward. Nicely nipped in there from Lello, though. I do like Leonardo Lello. And he loses the ball. No, he picks it up again. Can he score with that? Yes, he can. Leonardo Lello. I'm getting that excited. I can't get my words out. Leonardo Lello there. Must admit, it's a bit of a tongue twister, isn't it? A nice goal there. Very, very persistent from Lello. Brought him in, and he's produced the goods straight away. He actually made that goal himself, didn't he? He forced himself forward. He very nearly looked like he'd lost the ball, and then he picked it back up again and hit the ball into the bottom corner with his left foot. So we're going to drop the lads a little bit of praise, and that's made them all happy and smiley. 2 shots, 2 on target. Valencia have not even left the dressing room yet. But they do get a highlight here. Can we stop this ball from going in the back of the net? We're going to need to be a little bit smarter than that. And that is exactly what I didn't want. Straight away, the ball's in the back of the net. We're back to 1-1. And unfortunately, Lello's goal is cancelled out. I'd like us to be a little bit more A little bit more heavy on the tackles just to try and get foot on the ball. Gendry there now plays the ball back to Williams. So we have won the ball back. It's a great shame actually that we've conceded that goal because we were looking very, very good. Thiago Thomas now down the right hand side. Ball inside. That's in the back of the net. Lorenzo Luca has scored his, or I missed how many goals he scored this season. I think that's is that about the 4th goal he's scored this season? So Azon is having a problem. It's bizarre. Azon knocked on my door and said, "Boss, not happy, want to leave." Why? Well, I'm not starting enough games. I need to start enough games. So I've been starting him. He's been getting every other game. And we just had the email through, the dreaded email. Oh, we're very worried about Ivan Azon. He's not scoring goals at the moment. But he wants to play. And he's moaning. Okay, a little bit of pressure here, lads. A little bit of pressure. Can we put a little bit of pressure on their back line? So we're 2-1 in the lead now. Are we going to give this 2-1 lead up as well? Hopefully not. But Valencia's seen an awful lot of the ball here. Much more than I would like. Ball over the top. That's going to get slid in. If we're not careful, that could end up in the back of the net. We've driven it backwards. Oh, and it hits the crossbar and we get away with one. So we've had 3 shots, 3 on target, XG of 0.43. Can we take this lead into half time and then I can give the lads a bit of a pat on the back. Hopefully come out second half and we'll be all guns blazing. And we do get one more highlight here before the half-time whistle. Adinga there picking the ball up on that side. Ball into the middle. We've given that ball away and that was very, very nearly a long-range shot that went in the back of the net. But anyway, we do get away with that. So I'm going to say I'm happy with the performance so far. Let's have a look at how everybody's playing. We all seem to be doing reasonably well. Turkman, Scott and Applecamp all on 6.6s. Turkman is looking nervous, which is a little bit of a shame. So I'm going to make the one change. I think with Turkman looking a little bit nervous, I think we're going to bring Bernabé on and let's give him a run out. His sharpness is not great. I probably am going to have to give him some game time in the under-19s. But anyway, we come back to a highlight. That's headed out. Can we pick the ball up? No, we can't. But Leonardo Lello there, he's sent the... Oh, that is a shame. He had a lot to do, to be fair. He's won it again. He's no support at all. That's going to go nowhere. Adinga now on this left-hand side. We have actually got people up. Get in the box, Leonardo. Get in the box. Lello was going to do... Tapping it in! Thiago Thomas there with a tap-in. The referee's running to the centre circle. We've actually scored the 3rd goal. That was the bizarrest of goals. We need to watch that one again. Oh, it doesn't go back far enough. That was a very, very strange goal. Lello there. And Thiago Thomas there just on the backside there of the defender and just taps the ball in. 8 shots, 4 on target. We are just going to drop a little bit now to positive. Gendry now with the throw. Williams plays the ball through to Scott. Scott over the top. Thiago Thomas heads the ball on for himself. Unfortunately, far too far ahead. So it's back with the Valencia goalkeeper. Ball through the middle there. Can somebody get a foot on that ball? No, they can't. That should be easy. Woo, just be careful with that. Bernabé there, but he has the ball taken off him. And, oh my word, that was very, very nearly the 2nd goal for Valencia. 64 minutes, couple more changes. Badouet and Leo Dice have come on in midfield. 2 fresh pairs of legs. In fact, we've got 3 fresh pairs of legs on in midfield now. So hopefully we've got the legs in there to maybe tie this game up. This would be a nice win if we can carry this through. Last 2 changes, not an awful lot happening in the game now, which is fine by me. We're winning 3-1, so that's fine. Badouet has got himself injured, not that many minutes after coming on, so De Los Santos has come on in midfield, And I've also brought Carboni on the left-footed centre-back as well. So can we run this game through now? Valencia have picked the pace up, 16 shots, 5 on target. This is going to go to some highlights. Yep, they always do. So Williams now with the ball at the back, plays it through to Leodice, Bernabé, Leodice, back to Carboni. This ball needs to go onto our left-hand side. Yes, it does. Adringa there, ball through, and that is very, very poor. What's going to happen here? What is going on there? What's my keeper just done? Did he head that ball out then? Oh my word, what's going on? Leodice there, I thought he was going to give that ball away. De Los Santos there now. Thiago Thomas, he just plays it back. Careful ball now. We don't need to stretch this game now. Just careful ball now. Just play it to feet. Nothing extravagant needs to be done. De Los Santos now with the ball in midfield. Spraying the ball around. Unfortunately, a poor ball. And this possibly could end up in the back of the net. This would be very unfortunate if it does. Oh, and it just scrapes the side of the post. We're into 4 minutes now with time added on, and we are getting more highlights. Carsonetti there, ball out. They've got a very high press on now. We're going to have to be very, very careful with this. I am going to just give them a little bit of a don't dribble. So I've just given them a don't dribble. Go long if you need to do. Be a little bit more disciplined. De Los Santos there. Nice ball to Adringa, who's found himself some space on this left-hand side. Can Bernabé hit that? Oh, I thought that was going in then. Looks like it's gone for a corner though. So we're still into 4 minutes of time added on. I've asked the lads to be a lot more careful now. De Los Santos there. Plays the ball in. Can we get a header on? No, we can't. The corners have not been working as well as they did early doors. We haven't scored a corner for a while, but that's a nice 3-1 win at Valencia. And the assistant is recommending, and proud of your performance out there, nobody gave us a chance today, well done. Okay, I mean, it's psychologically there, is that a good thing to say? Because that's kind of saying my players are no-hopers. I'm going to say it's as comprehensive as it gets. And they are all going to get a pat on the back. Superbly defended. Delighted with your performance. I'm not going to say it's the best attacking display I've ever seen. Just say I'm happy with your efforts in the final third. Well, not a bad little episode there. If we can keep getting 4 points out of an episode, well, I'll be as happy as Larry. Let's have a look at the league table. And, well, we're in 5th place. Played 5 games, got 11 points. So not too shabby, even if I say so myself. And I don't know whether you noticed or not, but Las Palmas and Gijon, the 2 teams that came up with the last season, yeah, both bottom, no points at all. So we're actually doing really, really well as a newly promoted team. Okay, you know the drill by now. Gonna play some games off camera. Be back very shortly. And thanks for watching. Please come back next time. Please give me a like, subscribe, all of that malarkey, and we'll see you very, very shortly.